Manchester United's new low. How much more can fans take? Manchester United have slumped to 15th in the Premier League, their lowest ever position at this stage of the season. Yet, the outrage that should accompany such a fall has been dulled by years of underperformance. United's attacking struggles have become the norm. Their 1-0 defeat to Tottenham marked the 10th time in 25 games they failed to score a ratio more typical of relegation candidates, and yet, fans have grown desensitized. After Sunday's loss, manager Ruben Amorim and his players applauded the traveling supporters, who responded with applause and chants. This was a stark contrast to the anger Ole Gunnar Solskjaer faced after his final game in charge, a 4-1 loss to Watford in 2021 when United were still 7th. That season ended in turmoil, yet the team still finished 6th. Now, even that looks like a distant dream. Signs of resilience or just lowered expectations? United's performance at Spurs wasn't disastrous. Injuries forced them to name 8 teenagers on the bench, and they still created big chances. Alejandro Garnacho and Joshua Zirkzee both went close. But this only underscores how low the bar has dropped. A poor result in their next game against Everton, resurgent under David Moyes, could shift fan sentiment from passive disappointment to active frustration. Ironically, Moyes himself was sacked by United when they sat 7th. Amorim's challenge: implementing change amid chaos. Amorim, brought in mid-season, has been given minimal squad reinforcement. His only January signing, Patrick Dorgu, is a 20-year-old with limited experience. Meanwhile, Marcus Rashford, United's third highest goal contributor, was offloaded. He is trying to impose a 3-4-1 system that worked for him at Sporting CP, but this squad wasn't built for it. He insists he needs a full preseason to properly implement his ideas. However, he has already lost 8 of 14 league games, one more than Rolf Rangnick managed in 24. If results don't improve, confidence in his approach could erode, or he may decide United is beyond fixing. Sir Alex Ferguson once endured 5 difficult years before success. Erik ten Hag's exciting Ajax football never translated at United. Amorim's tactical tweaks have shown promise, particularly in a win against Manchester City and a strong display at Anfield, but he needs results to buy time. Missed chances and tactical limitations. At Tottenham, United had opportunities. Garnacho was played through by Bruno Fernandes, Zirkzee connected with a Nusayr Mazraoui cross, and Dorgu's attacking movement showed promise. But tactical issues remain. Fernandes covering on the right-left space in midfield, while Casemiro, picked out of necessity due to injuries, struggled for mobility. In the absence of key players, Amorim could have introduced 17-year-old Chido Obi, who has 12 goals in 12 youth games. Instead, Rasmus Højlund, Zirkzee, and Garnacho all played the full 90 minutes, despite their combined Premier League goal tally standing at just 8-0 since December 7th. Other young talents, like midfielder Jack Morehouse or playmaker Jack Fletcher, might have offered something different. Fletcher's father, Darren, passionately observed the game from the stands after leading the substitutes warm up. Fans are desperate for hope, and academy players provide some, but the overall strategy remains unclear. Europa League, the last chance for redemption. United's best hope for salvaging the season is the Europa League, which offers a Champions League spot. But without Amad Diallo, their attacking depth is thin. A European exit would intensify scrutiny on those running the club. With Dan Ashworth lasting just 5 months as sporting director, United's football department is now overseen by Sir Dave Brailsford, Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, and Colette Roach, all relatively new to such roles. Their ability to navigate a potential crisis is uncertain. Above them, Sir Jim Ratcliffe faces mounting pressure. Fans protested ticket price hikes at Craven Cottage, and now he's overseeing potential staff layoffs up to 200 redundancies. Some argue this is a choice rather than a necessity, given the club's vast debts. Job losses are affecting morale at Carrington and Old Trafford. Amorim acknowledged the wider anxiety, and his composed handling of United's financial struggles was statesmanlike. But that same composure must translate into results on the pitch. What comes next? As much as fans joke about sleeping through the rest of the season, there's still plenty at stake. Amorim's future, the club's finances, and United's long-term trajectory could all hinge on the coming weeks. A revival feels distant, but even small steps forward might be enough to restore some belief.